I want to welcome all of you to the channel. If this is your first time stopping by, I want to say thanks for hitting the play button. And if you're a long-time subscriber or maybe just brand new, I want to thank you for coming back. Today, guys, what I want to kind of go over is I get a lot of questions from people of, Chuck, how do you wash the car? How do you maintain the car? How I maintain the car is with, I usually give it a full wash once a month where I'll get the foam cannon. Maybe you've seen that video, and just spray it down and have a good time cleaning it. The rest of the time, I'm just doing a speed shine, a Greedo speed shine on it, where I'm just kind of, spraying this on, wiping it off. And there's lots to the different types of quick shines. You've got Adams has one that's a waterless wash. I think our detail spray, I think, is what they call it. But if you don't know what a waterless wash is, this is really big in especially California, some of those areas around the country where there are water restrictions. You can't just go outside and use 500 or 600 gallons of water washing your car. You'll see a lot of people doing some type of waterless wash. And basically all I do in the process is I'll usually just start a panel at a time. And I'll use two different microfibers. I'll use one of my black ones, and then when I buff it away, I'll use one of my more plush kind. And I know there's a lot of people that, again, know a whole lot more about detailing than I do, but this is about the softest one I could find that I've found so far. But what I'll do is I'll just kind of find one general area and just kind of spray this on. And of course it doesn't take much. It starts wanting to run off the car because of the ceramic coating. And then all I do is just kind of pull it one direction. When it comes to the actual wheels on the car, these do come factory, of course, with the Brembo brakes, which I changed out for the ceramic. I went with the Hawk brand. And when you wipe these down, I very seldom ever use any type of actual wheel cleaner, just simply because the brake dust that's generated off of these is very fine. There's not a whole lot to it, and I just kind of wipe it off, and it gives, it brings that shine right back. If I need to use it, I use the Greedo's wheel cleaner. This seems to work. Now, in my arsenal of cleaning supplies, I use a little bit of everybody. The vast majority of what I have is going to be Chemical Guys products. Whenever I'm conditioning the leather, and I'm going to show you guys this in just a second, but I love their leather cleaner. Then I follow it up with some sprayable leather. And this time of year is very important, especially in these cars as we're getting into summertime and we're out cruising, doing different things. That heat, it's good to keep your leather hydrated so that you don't create those cracks and creases and things like that. So I usually do this every 2 weeks. I'll treat it, I'll clean it, and then I'll go back through with some sprayable leather. I think you'll really like this stuff, guys. And all this stuff is linked in the description below. I've got an orange cleaner. That's why I clean my exhaust tips with. That does a really good job. Again, I have a wheel cleaner here. I've got a couple. Again, the Greedos I usually use. Interior cleaner. If I use this more in my wife's Jeep. Glass cleaner. This invisible cleaner stuff right here, guys. Really love this product. I use it on everything. I clean my golf shoes with it. You can clean just about anything, and it's got a nice smell and clean there. Metal polish, a lot of times on my things inside of the engine, the supercharged, everything's like that, I'll polish it up if I'm going to be going to a car show or something with that. This trim gel, this is a great product on all of your kind of like right here on the fender wheel. You've got this kind of plastic stuff right here, and that right over there, this right here can discolor over time. And so I go through and put this on all of that. Also on the splash guards that I've put in. Also right here on the splash guards, I'll put this product on there as well. just because it seems to be a really good product for that, keeping it nice and wet looking. These are the different microfiber towels that I do use. Again, here's those plush towels. I do all of my windows with this one here, and this right here is kind of my all-purpose microfiber. Whenever I'm putting, now there's a lot of different stuff you can put on your tires. I really like this Chemical Guys Super Shine UV Protection. It's the VRP dressing. This is a water-based product, and so what I really like about it, if you shake it up really well and then you put it on, it's nice and makes the tires look nice and wet, but there's no, it's water-based, and so it doesn't dry out the tires or anything like that. It looks really good. It doesn't sling all over the place. I use this little applicator pad to put it on, even though of course the tire isn't that wide, but I use this to put it on. These are my applicator pads. Whenever I'm using, again, the sprayable leather or the cleaner, I'm using this on my seats, just simply because I'll wipe it on, do the cleaner on, and I'll take a fresh one after it kind of dries a little bit, and then I'll go in and put the sprayable leather on this and wipe it on. I'm going to use the 2 applicator pads and then the leather cleaner and the sprayable leather. So I always start off with the leather cleaner first. And all I do is I never spray on the actual car seats or any of the actual leather itself. I always spray on the applicator pad. And then you always want to shake it up first. And once I've done, all of the dash, then I'll come through and do the seats. It's usually the last part that I do. If you got the 3LZ, then of course you've got the cooled seats, air conditioning seats. Those are really cool, guys. I mean, literally when you turn these on, some of you guys who have a Z06, I know mine's, it feels like you're peeing your pants. it's quite, because even when I have the top down, me and my wife, if we're out cruising and we have the top down, we will still turn the AC on, even with the top down, and just kind of have it blowing on our legs, blowing, in our chest, and then we'll have the seats on. I'll do this. I usually give it about, 4 or 5 minutes to kind of allow that to soak into, or the leather to kind of draw that in. And then once I have all of that put on, then I'm going to use the sprayable leather. Again, just shake it up really good. Put it right on the applicator pad, and then just apply it. And this stuff smells really good. I mean, it smells like that brand new smell. Well, guys, I did post a Instagram photo, and I'd asked anybody who had a question, if they had a question for me, I'd be more than happy to answer it for them on this week's vlog. And so several of you guys had sent in some questions. Horace96 says, can you give some business tips? Well, that's something I really don't want to get a ton into, of course, as being a, kind of a car channel, but as being a small business owner, I think that and I'm sure several of you guys out there are small business owners as well. I think number one, the first thing is you want to make sure whatever it is you're wanting to get out and do, that you do some, investigative work first. Meaning that you go out there and you find other companies that do your type of work or whatever it is you're wanting to do. Find out what their profit margins are, find out, what product cost is, how much you can sell it for. So there's some things you want to do. So many people just jump into a business and haven't done enough research on it, and 6 months, a year later, they're going out of business because they're just, they've hemorrhaged their, they went out and got loans, different other things, and didn't do enough research. So next one is from P Barstand 15. It says, have you decided on the color for the next Corvette? I'm looking at going with the Arctic White with carbon fiber everywhere I can put it, or the Admiral Blue. I think that Admiral Blue, as far as the new color, you know, Corvette really doesn't have just a ton of cool colors. And I think that Admiral Blue is just, you know, that's, I hope, a color that they keep for a long time. I think that's a beautiful color. Next one is, how many miles are on the Black Mamba? The Black Mamba just pushed a little over 9,200 miles. And that was from Solomon II Jr. I want to make sure I give you a shout out for that. So that's Slick Camaro, when's the next giveaway? Well, Mr. Slick Camaro, you know, I do give away a gift card, a $25 gift card each and every week. So again, every Friday I do just a drawing of everybody who's dropped a comment on that previous week's video and done it. Now, one thing I am going to start doing, if you've made it this far in the video, then you know you're going to know about it. But I'm probably going to mention it in videos in the future, because I know people are coming in and out. People watch 3 minutes of a video, get out, something happens, they don't come back and watch it. So yes, it may sound redundant, but if any of my videos over the course of that same week gets 500 likes, I'm going to start giving away, also do a drawing and give away one of these cool Nike Corvette shirts. You can get them in a Z06, you can get it in just the standard C7. If you happen to have a C6, they've got that logo. But I'm gonna start giving away a shirt, a polo shirt, if the video in that week's time gets 500 likes. So make sure, if you're watching the videos, just give it a like and drop a comment. Next one is from What a Bun, I think is what it is. New follower, love the videos. Thanks, I appreciate that. Admiral Blue, well, here's Jazz Maziski, sorry if I'm butchering that. So have you seen the new Blue Z06, Admiral Blue Z06 in person? I have not seen a Z06 with the Admiral Blue on it. The only car I've seen it on is the new Grand Sport, the 2017 Grand Sport. So looking forward to it. Asian Matt, this is, are you excited for the mid-engine Corvette, or do you still like the traditional front-engine Corvette? I'm open to a change with Corvette because I'm relatively new to owning a Corvette. Now, I've always loved Corvettes from a kid, and I always thought it was cool that the lights would flip up, and you know, you had that on the Corvette, and the little Fiero that came out back in the 80s. You know, I was always liked those flipped up lights. And that's, you know, when you saw a Corvette, you was like, wow, that's cool. You know, that was a rich guy or some guy was, you know, whatever. You know, you always looked at Corvettes as, man, that was the ultimate goal to have, you know, if you were a Corvette type guy. So do I think there's a platform for the mid-engine? Definitely. Again, it's going to be about pricing, you know, what the pricing is on it. I think you're going to still see, even with the 8th generation Corvette, to me, what I think is going to happen is that they are going to build the C7 and the C8 in conjunction with one another for a while, because you have to understand, they've created the C7. It's only been out now for 3 years, 2014 models, 15, 16, and now the 17, and of course the 18s that are coming out, that they're now making now. This is a car that is become a cash cow for Corvette, for Chevy, for GM. You know, it resurrected sales in this market. You know, with the C6 generation, Corvette sales was going down. And when they came out with this Corvette, it opened it up to a whole lot more younger people that said, man, that's a cool car, I want to have one of those. And I don't think they're going to just scratch this C7 just because they're coming out with some mid-engine type car. I think you're going to have a lot. I think Corvette is going to have a lot of options. I think you're going to have the Stingrays and the Grand Sport and the Z06 and the ZR1 and then the mid-engine platform. And I think there's just going to be they're going to try to get every tier that they can, whether it's somebody wanting a supercar or somebody that's wanting, you know, a track car, that somebody's wanting a fast, you know, like a Z06 street car, and then the Grand Sport and so forth. So I don't see this car, guys. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon. Mazzella says, Mazzella, love your Instagram, man. Major props to you I know what it takes. Well, I don't know what it takes, but I have a brother who knows what it takes to look that good as far as lifting weights and doing what you do. So shout out to you. Are you interested in upgrading to the ZR1 when it comes out? Yes, sir, most definitely. And again, I'm probably just like you and everybody else that's out there, Chris in Kansas City. You know, we're all kind of waiting to find out what this car is going to be so that we can decide whether or not we want to do something to our existing Corvettes, or we want to, you know, take the plunge and get the bad ZR1. But guys, that's this week's video. Again, I want to thank you for being a part of it. I know this probably wasn't the most exciting video that I've done, but hopefully I'm back out with the Vet Club here relatively soon. So guys, until I see you next Saturday at 9 a.m., I hope you have a blessed week.
I was too young, and I didn't understand that you were the one, and I can't wait to see you Hindsight is fleeting when your heart's bleeding and all you can see is red, till you discover it is within each other to forgive and make amends. If I had known then what I know now, I wouldn't have said what I said. I took the long road, thought I'd be better on my own. Sometimes what's right is wrong instead, 'cause I